Hello everyone, today I'm giving you an overview of chapter networking concept. So let's start. The first very important thing is you have to understand what is computer network. Well, a computer network can be defined as a group of computers and other peripheral devices that are linked together for the purpose of sharing data and hardware resources, for example printer. So basically what happens in a network, it is a group of computer, means it may be two computers, three computers, 10 computers, 100 computers, but a network cannot be created with a single computer. So it may be two computers, seven computer, 10 computers. So a computer network is a group of computers and other peripheral devices may be connected to the network. Like suppose you have 10 systems and you have one printer, so through networking you can use the one printer with all the systems. Now next is advantages of networking. Means what are the advantages if you are using a network, if you are working in a network, what are the advantages, what are its benefits? The first one is efficient use of storage. It is more economical to store an application software on a network drive than to store a copy of the application on each user's storage device. It means suppose you have five computers and you are using networking, and there you have a main computer server. So you can store all the informations in your server instead of using all the informations in several computers. You can store your information into one computer. The next is preserving information. It means it keep your information safe. It is difficult to maintain regular backups on a number of standalone computers. Suppose you have five computers and daily you have to take the backup of all the computers, so it will become a difficult task for you. So instead of taking backup of five computers, you can take backup of single computer. Next is reduction hardware cost. Obviously, as I gave you the example, you have 10 computers and you have one printer and you are using one printer in all systems using the networking. So obviously it reduces your hardware cost, because instead of purchasing 10 printers, you are using a single printer. So 9 printers cost can be saved. Next is efficiency. It means easy to manage. In a network, the deletion, modification or upgradation of the software or data is to be done at a single point only. As I told you, all the data you can save in your main computer, in your server. So from the server you can delete your file, you can update your file, you can modify your file. So it will become efficient, it will become easy to manage. Next is redundancy. Means usefulness, useless or waste. Means using the networking, it reduces the need for hard copies of all documents. Sharing the soft copy of a files over the network eliminates or greatly reduces the need to share hard copies of reports or any other information. Means instead of sharing hard copy, you can share your soft copy with the person who are connected with you through a network. Next is quickest document delivery. Networking provides a facility to instantly, means to fastly deliver soft copies from one computer to other computer throughout the world. Now next is network media. It can be also considered as a type of networking. So there are two types of network: wired and wireless. Wired is also known as guided media and wireless is also known as unguided media. In wired media, in guided media, ethernet cables, coaxial cables, optical fiber cables can be used, and in wireless, bluetooth, infrared technology and wi-fi is example of wireless media. Well, you are very much aware of bluetooth and infrared technology. In infrared technology, it is a short range communication technology that covers approximately 5 meter of distance, and your your remote of TV is the best example to understand the infrared technology. And to wi-fi also, wireless fidelity. We are all are using wi-fi in our mobile phones. Next topic, and the very important topic, if we talk about network, so we cannot forget the type of network. So in many books you can understand that there it can be given three types of network: LAN, WAN, MAN. And here in your book, five types of networks have been given, so let's discuss them. PAN is personal area network, and and as its name is giving the information, it is a personal area network. It can covers a small area of about 10 meters, and it is used for communication among devices such as laptops, mobile phones, or smartphones. And personal area network can either be wired or wireless. You can use these networks to transfer file, including your calendar appointments, digital photos, and songs, videos, etc. Next is LAN, that is local area network. Two or more computers and any other devices can be connected within a small area, and using the LAN you can connect the systems, you can connect devices in a room or in an office building. And in local area network, computer terminals are physically connected with wires, and data transmission speed is as is slow as compared with WAN. And in LAN we can create a network in a small area. Next is CAN, that is cluster area network, and it is also known as campus area network. And it is a network comprising a series of small LANs. Means several small LANs can be a cluster area network, and this network covers an area smaller than MAN. Means bigger than LAN and smaller than MAN. The next type of network is MAN, that is metropolitan area network. MAN is larger network than LAN, and it is spread across a city. As I told you, LAN can be spread across a building or in a room. You can connect system through LAN in a room, but in MAN, in metropolitan area, it can be spread across a city, and it covers an area of a few hundred kilometers in a city, and it is also called metropolitan. And the most common example of MAN is the type of network on the your cable TV operator use. The television we have connected to cable, that is the best example to understand the MAN. Next, and the last one is WAN, wide area network. Its name is giving the information. It is wide area network. It means it can connect two or more computers located at distant places, and they are linked by communicating facilities, and like telecommunication or satellite signals. And internet is a best example to understand the WAN, and it is the biggest network. And people, you can see people all over the internet can be connected. So WAN is the wide area network, and it can be connected to a country or around the world also. Next is network terminology. Here we will discuss some of the terms that we use in networking. What does it mean? So let's discuss. The first one is internet. Well, the internet is a global, it's a worldwide network in which people from the different country can be connected, and it consists of interconnected networks which communicate standardized communication protocols. Next is intranet. Intranet refers to a computer network within an organization. It can be created to share files and resources of the organization securely. And in internet, the people from that related organization can be connected. No outsider can be connected. Next is bandwidth. Bandwidth is the amount of data that can be transmitted in a fixed amount of time. It can be also known as the speed of the internet. Next is internet service provider. It is also known as ISP. ISP is a company which is providing the service of internet, like BSNL, Airtel, Reliance, Vodafone, etc. Next is a website. A website is a collection of related web pages that contains information. Information may be in text, in images, and in video. Next is a web page. A web page are the pages of a website that contains information. It's like a website is like a book, and web pages are like the page of books. Next is home page. The very first page of any website is known as the home page. Next is hyperlink. A hyperlink means with a picture or a text or with an audio, another file or another web page is connected. Basically it means to connect a file. Hyperlink means to connect a file with a name or with a picture. Like we normally open pictures, we normally open hyperlinks on internet. As we click on a text, the next page, the web page will be open. So on internet, most of the files, we can say that all the files are hyperlinked with the text or with images. Next is a uniform resource locator, that is also known as URL. It is the address, it is a unique address of a web page or a website. Unique means, what does the unique means every web page on internet or every website or internet has a different web address, so it is known as unique web address. So URL means a unique web address of a particular web page or a particular website, like www.flipkart.com is a URL. Next is IP address. IP is known as Internet Protocol. IP address consists of a unique set of numbers and which is providing in each computer by IETF. IETF means Internet Engineering Task Force, and it is a 32-bit numeric address containing a set of 4 numbers. And like you have heard that if someone is sending a wrong message to a reputed person, so he or she will be find out. So using the IP address, that related person can be find out. IP address works like our names work, like we can be identified by our name. So in the same way, in a network, a computer can be identified by its IP address. Next and the last one is domain name system. It is also known as DNS, that is domain name system. Domain name is a unique name given to each website or resources connected to the internet, and domain names are easier to remember than IP address. Like in IP address can be 205.198.0.11, and domain names can be like for Google search engine, google.co.in is a domain name. So domain names are easier to understand as compared with IP address, and it is easier to remember.